Hello, I am GP Hegde. Here I am explaining program to count the number of ones and zeros in two consecutive memory locations, which is ARM 7 based LPC 2148 microcontroller based program. Here you can see some logic of the program. Some steps are given below. Step 1, you initialize the 32-bit counter first. Then in step 2, initialize an up counter to place a number of ones. Then read one 32-bit number. Then perform one rotate right carry or rotate right. Then carry flag sets for the given 32-bit number. You use a rotate right. If carry flag sets, then increment the ones counter by one time. Then decrement the 32-bit counter by 1. Compare that 32-bit counter is equal to 0. If it is no, then go to again step 4. Then perform the rotate right for that given 32-bit number. Again carry flag sets. Again increment the ones counter by 1. Then decrement the 32-bit counter by 1. Suppose 32-bit counter is equal to 0. It is no. Then go to step 4 and perform the same thing, that is rotate right. If carry flag sets, again increment once, then decrement the 32-bit counter. Suppose 32-bit counter is not equal to 0, means 32-bit counter is equal to 0, no. Suppose it is no, go to step 4. If it is yes, then directly you go to step 5. Here you subtract number of ones from 32-bit number. That gives number of zeros. Suppose after performing rotate right through carry operation, rotate right, then if carry flag doesn't set, suppose carry flag not setting, then go to else, decrement the 32-bit counter by 1. Then ask 32-bit counter is equal to 0. No means go to step 4. Again perform the rotate right. If carry flag sets, you perform all these steps. But if carry flag doesn't sets, you come here else. Then decrement the 32-bit counter by 1. Then 32-bit counter is equal to 0. No, go to step 4. Suppose 32-bit counter is equal to 0. Yes, suppose. If it is 0, then go to step 5. Then go to step 5, subtract the number of ones. So like this, we can store the number of ones finally and number of zeros in consecutive memory locations. You can see here, consider one 32-bit number. I took here 1F, 2F, 01, 02, where 02 is the least significant byte of a given 32-bit number, where 1F is the most significant byte of a given number. So in this number, you expand this into binary, that is 000 111111000 like that up to 10. Then load the given 32-bit number like byte by byte. Say least significant byte, that is 02, is loaded in a 400 location. 01 is loaded in a 40001 location. 2F is loaded in 0002 location. Most significant byte, that is 1F, is loaded in 4003 location. Then these are the inputs given in the program. Let us consider. Then after executing the program, you see 4004 location, which gives 0C. 0C means in hexadecimal 0C. In decimal it is 12. It gives the number of ones in the given number. So in the given this 32-bit number, you can see number of ones you count, the number of ones becomes 12. That is 0C. Then you check the 4005 location. Here it gives the number of zeros. Means 32-bit number minus this 12 will give the 20. So 20 is in decimal, but its hexadecimal equivalent is 14. So you can get output like this. So number of zeros will be displayed by 4004 location, that is 0C. Number of ones will be displayed by this 4004 location, that is 0C, that is 12. Number of zeros will be displayed by 4005 location, that is 14, nothing but it is 20. Okay, let us see this program. So initially take one 32 number, that is a counter in one register, say R0. Then move that R0 content to R4 for temporarily save it here, because we need that 32 later. So then R1 one register is made 0 as a initialized as ones counter. Then take a 4000 location in R2 register. So input data location address, that is. So initially you take that in R2 register. Then content of that R2 means 32-bit number is moved to or loaded in R3 register. So load the given 32-bit number in R3 register. Then afterwards you implement ROR instruction and with the CPSR set. check. So at one time you rotate it. If branch carry set, if carry flag sets, then if carry flag sets, then go to down. So add R1 with R1 and 1. So R1 is incremented by 1, hence ones counter it shows. So increment the number of ones counter by 1. Then subtract that 32 counter by 1, it becomes 30. Then compare that R0 with 0. Suppose it is that 32 counter is not 0, branch not equal. This instruction is true, hence it goes to up here. Again rotate the 32-bit number by 1. Then again, if the carry flag sets, you go down and increment the ones counter, then subtract that 32 counter by 1. It becomes now, initially it was 31, it becomes 30 now. Then compare R0 with 0. If it is not 0, that 32 counter, then go to branch not equal, go to up. Again execute ROR. If BCS is not true, suppose it is false, that means carry flag doesn't set, then simply you branch it. Okay, go to simply branch to down 1. Don't increment the ones counter, directly subtract that R0 by 1, compare R0, that 32-bit counter. Okay, if it is not equal, again go up. Like this, ROR instruction executes in this loop 32 times. Finally R4 finds subtract R4, that R4 minus R1. So R4 has already we saved here, that is 32. So 32 minus R1 has number of ones. So 32 minus here that number of ones, suppose it is 12, it becomes 20 stored in R4. Then take two memory location, that is 400, increment is 4000 by 4, it becomes 4004. In 4004 location, store byte, str means store byte, this R1 content of R1 means number of ones, that is indirectly stored through R2 register pointing to 4004. So 4004 you check, it will display number of ones. Then that 4004 you increment it by 1, see R2 plus 1, it becomes 4005, and store that R4 content, that is a number of zeros which is available in R4, that will be transferred to R4005 location through R2 register. So finally you check 4004, it will give the number of ones. You check 4005 location, it gives number of zeros. So like this program can be executed. So you can see you open the Mu Vision 4 software from either from desktop or from start. Then once it is opened, you go to project, then click on new Vision project. Then after that you go to here new folder, it is asking new folder, click on new folder, give one folder name. Here I give an example folder name. Then after that you give that, open that example and simply give one file name, say program, don't give any extension name. Then click on save. After save, it is asking select device for target. You click on NXP, then click on OK, select NXP and give OK. So then select here, after that it will ask for select device. You select LPC2148 microcontroller, select here, then again press OK. Then afterwards it is asking whether this code project folder is filed to project. You click on no, right? You click on no here, see, you click on no. So after click on no, you can go to file and click on new. So after click on new, it will give on this blank window. So here you can enter the program, whatever the program you have written, that you can paste here or you can type here. Then after that, go to file and save as. You save that file, give save as. Then save that file as, say I have given saved as example8.asm. Okay, I will save this with one file name .asm. Then again click on save. Click on save. So after click on save, it will come to this. You go to target here, go to source group, it is appearing. So in the source group, you right click, then it will ask for add files to group. Okay, click on add files to group, source group 1. Then it is asking like this, it will show this window. Here you go, instead of C source file, you select all files here. All files. From all files, you select this ex8, the .asm ex8. Then add, one time you press add, enough. One time you press add, then click on close. So after click on close, it will come here. You can double click on source group. It will show this example a.asm file is added to this source group 1. Okay, right click over here and click on build target for compiling the program. So after build target you press, it will show the error. If any error is there, you see in the bottom side here, any error is no error, then it is fine, no warnings also. Then you can go to debug and click on start stop debug session. So after that, it will ask evaluation mode. You click, just press on OK. Okay, press OK. Then after pressing OK, you can see here you will get a all this register window, R0, R1, R2, all these things, and go to debug. Select a memory map. You give some range of memory like this. This window will come. Okay, after you can see after debug and memory map, this window will come. In this memory map, you enable read, write, execute. Then give here 04004 initial location what you are taken. Then some final location. Here final location 4005. You can give the range more than that. That is 400010. Click on map range. Click on close. Then this window appears. Again go to view. Here you can go to view and click on memory windows and select memory 1. After select memory 1, this memory 1 window will appear. So you can adjust this memory window by dragging this here over here. So I have adjusted like this. I have taken 4004, 4001, 4002, 4003 like that. That's why I have adjusted this window. So I will load the given 32-bit number, that is 1F, 2F, 01, 02 in 40001 list significant byte, then 01 in 4002 you load 2F, 4003 1F you load. So load and just give and just enter these numbers and enter. So after that, you can go to this one, what step F11. You click over here step 11 continuously until that R0 register, initially I'm 32, that 32 becomes 0. Until that you press this step F11 key or step many times until that R0 is 0. Still you are not getting the result, you again still you press what that R0 register. This R0 register becomes 0. Then you can click again step. So after making like that, you can see you will be getting in 4004 the 0C is the number of ones, and 14 you are getting, that is number of zeros. So like this result can be displayed in 4004 and 4005 location. Okay, this way you can get the result from this program. Okay, thanks for watching this video.